Hi kids!
Hi CV Kids.
We really miss you and we hope that you're having a lovely time enjoying the sunshine. So today we have got a story that we're going to tell you that involves a lot of laughter, and so we thought we're going to do a really funny action song to begin.
We know you guys like this one.
Yeah, let's get going.
Let's do it.
God's love is bigger than a burger, it is bigger than a mouse, bigger than an elephant and bigger than a house, bigger than a bus and bigger than a tree, bigger than a mountain, bigger than the sea. What about the cloud? What about the sky? What about the earth? What about the moon? What about the sun? And what about the stars? Is anything bigger than this big love? No. Big and wonderful, big and wonderful, big and wonderful, wonderful love. Big and wonderful, big and wonderful, big and wonderful love, love, love. God's love is bigger than a burger, it is bigger than a mouse, bigger than an elephant and bigger than a house, bigger than a bus and bigger than a tree, bigger than a mountain, bigger than the sea. What about a cloud? What about the sky? What about the earth? What about the moon? What about the sun? And what about the stars? Is anything bigger than this big love? No. Big and wonderful, big and wonderful, big and wonderful, wonderful love. Big and wonderful, big and wonderful, big and wonderful love, love, love. Is this big love all big enough to handle all my doubts and worries? Is this big love all big enough to help with all my fears? Yes! Big and wonderful, big and wonderful, big and wonderful love. Big and wonderful, big and wonderful, big and wonderful love, love, love.
This is a story all about how God keeps his promises. Once there was a man named Abram, and he had a wife named Sarai, and they were very, very old. One day, God came to talk to Abram, and Abram asked, "Who will have all of my things when I die, because I don't have any children?" God promised Abram and Sarai that one day they would have a child, even though they were already very, very old. God wasn't sure that Abram understood, so God took Abram outside and said, "Do you see all the stars in the sky?" When Abram looked up, the whole night sky was full of stars, hundreds, thousands, millions, too many to count. Then God said, "This is how many children you will have." Many years later, when Abram was 99 years old, God decided to give Abram and Sarai new names. He changed Abram's name to Abraham, which means father of many, and he changed Sarai's name to Sarah, which means princess and mother of nations. God told Abraham and Sarah that one day they would be parents and that they would have a baby boy. This time, Abraham laughed so hard that he fell on his face. It was hard to believe that they would have a child in their old age. One day, 3 visitors came to Abraham and Sarah's house. "Please come in," said Abraham. "Would you like something to eat or drink?" Whilst the visitors were eating, they asked Abraham, "Where is your wife Sarah?" Abraham replied, "She is in the other room." Then one of the visitors smiled and said, "I will come back to see you this time next year, and Sarah will have given birth to a son." Now, Sarah was listening behind the door, and she started to laugh. She said to herself, "How can I have a child? I'm almost 100 years old." She laughed and laughed. When the visitors had left, Abraham realized that he had been visited by God. 1 year later, Sarah gave birth to a baby boy and named him Isaac. Isaac means he laughs. They were very, very excited and thanked God for their son. Sarah was so happy. She said, "God has brought me laughter, and everyone who hears about this will laugh with me."
Okay, so today our craft is going to be making our own hanging stars, like they were stars in the story. To help remind you guys, you can hang them on your window or on your bed or anywhere in your house. So you will need at home a stick of some kind. We have one, like a kitchen one, but you can just use one from the garden. You will need some ribbon or some string, which we have there. And you will need some card or some paper to cut out some stars.
You also need these things too.
You will need these things. You need scissors to cut. You need a pencil to draw a star, unless you are incredible at freehanding. And you need a hole punch or something to make holes in the stars to hang the ribbon from. Okay, Abigail, would you like to show us what we have on the paper there?
Yes, so on this piece of yellow card, but you can use any card you like, we have drawn a star.
There you go.
There you are. And we need to cut this out. So, shall I do that?
You do that. And I will get a bit of ribbon ready. We have done the bits of ribbon at different lengths, so they all hang at different lengths like this, because we think that looks pretty, but you can do them however you like. Let's find a bit of ribbon. Alright, Abigail, I'm ready for the scissors when you're done.
Okay, there you are.
Abigail's much quicker at cutting stars than I am. I'm very slow. Okay, once we have our star, Abigail, what do we need to do?
We need to make a little hole in one of the corners of the star. So I'm going to do it at this top one right here. So I'm using my hole punch and making a hole.
There we go. Okay, and once Abigail's done that, I'm going to get the string and thread it through this hole, and then I'm going to, you probably can't see it very well, but I'm going to tie a knot. There we go. So that I have a hanging star.
Lovely.
And then with the other end of the string, I'm going to get it on my stick.
Shall I hold it for you?
Sure. Do you want to? Okay, and I'm going to tie this bit of ribbon. I'm struggling a bit tying these knots. Hopefully you guys are better at tying knots than I am. There we go. And when we've got this, we've got bits of ends hanging off, which Abigail and I do not like, so we're going to snip it off there. And we will snip it off the star. And that is our super easy craft today, guys. And you can put on as many stars as you want. You can draw on your stars. You can use different colour stars. Do whatever you like. Have fun with it. Really easy one this week.
That's great. Thanks, Yanni.
Thanks, Abigail.
Bye, kids.
Bye.